Cloudcast Media. Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media, and we are so pleased to have this group in the studio. Making a first appearance on our Spotlight on the Community Show is the Princess Project San Diego. Got Karen Martin-Spellerberg. She's the corporate board president and San Diego chair. How you doing, Karen?
Oh, very well today. Thanks for having us.
Well, thank you for coming in and joining us. Your colleague, Sharon Wilson, treasurer for the Princess Project in San Diego. How you doing, Sharon?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having us here today.
Oh, we're going to hear some cool stuff going on in your world. Karen, how long have you been involved with the Princess Project?
Gosh, actually, since 2014, so 9 years.
9 years now. How about you, Sharon?
I started to volunteer in 2016.
2016, very good. Karen, what's the mission of the organization? What do you guys do?
So we provide free prom dresses and accessories to high school teens, 100% free of charge. And our mission is really to promote self-confidence and individual beauty in every single teen that comes through our doors each spring.
Right. So the Princess Project started up in the Bay Area in 2002, and then came to San Diego in 2009. Are there Princess Projects throughout the whole country?
We're actually only in California.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
And our headquarters is in San Diego, and we also have chapters in San Francisco, Silicon Valley, and Sonoma County.
So who inspired this? The founder, what decided we need to be giving some of these prom dresses that just sit in the closet for the next 30 years and give them to people that really need them? Am I making this too simplistic from a guy who's never worn a prom dress?
No, basically that is what happened. There was a woman in the Bay Area. Her name was Lainey Witkenack, and she is one of the founders of the Princess Project. And basically what happened was she got an email from someone saying, my daughter needs a dress for prom. And she sent out an email to a couple friends, and I think within the next couple of days, there were hundreds of people reaching out saying, how can I help? What can I do? And that's how the Princess Project basically was born.
Right, exactly. So, Sharon, how do people donate? Do they just look you up on the website and or do they bring it in, or there's a vetting process?
Our website is the first place for them to look, because we have on our website, www.princessprojectsd.org, we have site locations that people can drop off dresses. So that's our main place where people can donate dresses, is through these different sites. They can also contact us through email that we'll give them at the end of the broadcast to contact us and figure out how to drop off the dresses.
Right. So when they do that, do they say, okay, I'm dropping off a dress, it looks like this. I'm making this sound like I understand anything about fashion, which I don't. It's got frills on it, and it's for somebody who is, do they give you all the dimensions? How does that work?
No, they just bring the dresses to the sites, and then when they're taken to our store, our volunteers do all of the vetting and the sorting and the choosing of the dresses and where they should go. Right,
exactly. So with that, Karen, do they do anything to the dresses? Let's say there's a dress that's in great shape, except it's got one tear on it, or these 3 buttons are off, or whatever the case may be?
Oh, yes. So what happens is when we get the dresses in the store, and as Sharon mentioned, as they're vetted and sort of looked at and sorted, if we have a dress that's got, a button missing, we do have volunteers who will come in and repair a broken zipper, or a button, and so on and so forth. Or if it's lightly soiled, we have someone that will clean the dresses. But overall, we have guidelines posted on our dress donation page, just asking for, if the dresses could be in immediate wearable condition.
Exactly,
so,
right, yeah.
Yes.
Just like when there's a book delivery, listen, make sure the book actually can be read, and it's not missing like 100 pages in that aspect. Sharon, how many of these do you give out during a year, or it just varies?
Last year we gave out 2,000. So our goal this year is
My goodness.
2,500. Yes.
So,
Good number,
okay,
isn't it?
2,000, right. And they get to keep the prom dress that's theirs
It's
for...
totally theirs for free to take home and keep. Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
So when they have a family, if they want to pass it on, that's fine. Do you ever have people that redonate it back to you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's okay. Excellent. And is it any prom dress? Could it be for high school? Could it be for? I know there's some middle school proms these days. I think I could be wrong on that, but.
So for prom, it is high school teens,
Gotcha.
high
Okay.
school teens only, though we do host other events, throughout the year as well. So for the community. So
What I find fascinating about this, we're talking to Karen Martin-Spellerberg. She's the corporate board president and San Diego chair for the Princess Project San Diego, joined by her colleague Sharon Wilson, treasurer. I'm Drew Schlosberg, and listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show. We're the nation's longest running community podcast, now in our 18th year, brought to you by Mission Fed, a credit union in this beautiful Mission Fed studio. And they've been doing great things for 6 decades. When I see this, you think about this, you go, that does make sense. Somebody has worn their prom dress and, I'm going to keep it for all these great memories. And now 30 years have passed and they're 48 if you're 18 when you first got it, or whatever the case may be. And what a great way to donate this, because I imagine there are just quite a few people that have prom dresses in their closets, correct?
Yes. So we do have quite a few people that volunteer, that donate their dresses,
Yeah.
in just numbers. But we also have boutiques that have closeout sales and new dresses that come to us from people that are from groups that aren't able to get rid of those dresses. And so they provide them to us because we've got a good use for them.
So when you identify the teens, is the deal with underrepresented teens, those who can't afford, or not necessarily?
So one of the it's
Requisites?
and the only requisite that we have is
Yeah.
that you have a high school ID to come get a prom dress for free. There's no financial component because our mission is really, again, to make teens feel beautiful and amazing when they step through the door. So we always tell kids, you know what, save your money for college, for sports,
Wow.
school activities, save your parents some money. You're going to wear this dress once. You're going to feel beautiful and amazing. You can keep it afterwards, or if you want to donate it back, you can, but it's yours to do with what you like, and we want you to have a great time.
All right. So this is the most ignorant question you'll hear. Well, you'll probably hear more from me. The interview's not over yet. But how much does a prom dress cost? Now, obviously, the range is probably huge. But give me a ballpark.
So I would say as low, if you find a good deal, you might, find a dress for maybe $120, $150, up to $1,200, $2,000, $2,500 on up.
Right.
But one thing I wanted to just mention is we have dresses for all teens in all shapes and sizes, because one of the biggest things for us is, again, we have dresses in all styles, and we have kids who are on the fringe size, 00 to 2 and 14 and above. We make sure that we have an array and assortment of beautiful and gorgeous prom dresses for all teens.
Right.
So.
Do you ever, Sharon, run out of dresses because the requests have been too high, because you've had 2,500 dresses, but the requests came in from 3,000 people?
That would be a lovely thing to have, but no, we've just had so many donations and so many great people that we always have a lot of stock each year so far.
No, and I think that's fascinating. I imagine you've been doing this. It's been going on since 2002 in the Bay Area, 2009 here. So we're in our 15th year. Not quite to this point yet, maybe you are, where somebody who donated a prom dress, now they have a kid that's going to be getting into the prom, but pretty soon, I imagine, in that aspect, maybe they'll do Ed as well. I mean, what a great opportunity. When they get the prom dress, do you do anything else with the student? Do you work on their hair, work on makeup, work on anything?
We provide them an accessory for free as well. So we have lots of accessories that they can choose from that would match their dress. So they can get their dress.
You're talking to a guy here that knows nothing about, obviously the way I'm dressed. I know nothing about fashion.
That's great. I'll be glad to tell you. So we have necklaces, we have bracelets, we have earrings, and we have clutch bags.
Yeah.
Brooches.
Right. That would obviously match the dress itself. I think that's fantastic. Why aren't other states doing this? This is such a brilliant idea.
There are other organizations that support teens getting a free prom dress, definitely in other states. So we've just worked hard to really build that brand here in California, and hopefully, we'll be able to expand to that in other states in the near future. So
when we come back from break, I want to talk about your teen outreach team and so forth. And then Sharon, you had a real compelling story, and you did too, Karen. But you had one about somebody, a teen that had cancer. Okay, I want to share that as well. We always save time in the second half of the interview for what can our listeners do to support your efforts. Certainly, donating prom dresses is probably top of the list on this, but getting the word out or whatever the case may be if you need volunteers. And so think about or donations on anything in that aspect. When we come back from break, chatting with Karen Martin-Spellerberg, the corporate board president and San Diego chair of the Princess Project San Diego, joined by our colleague Sharon Wilson. I'm Drew Schlosberg, as you're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, the nation's longest running community podcast, now in our 18th year, brought to you by the cool folks at Mission Fed Credit Union for more than 6 decades, just doing great things for us living here in San Diego County. We will be right back.
When you do your banking with Mission Fed, you get great rates on auto and home loans. That's good for you, but something good also happens for a lot of other people. We're not for profit, so we put money back into the community to help lots of great nonprofits to keep San Diego strong. So you're not just getting something good, you're doing something good. Come to Mission Fed. It's banking that's good for all.
Brand amplification is the DNA of Cloudcast Media, and our code is the powerful blending of sound, voice, and storytelling to lift local brands and their communities. Whether it is our Brandcast, Schoolcast, or Causecast platforms, the unifying ethos is all about this community, the one you call home. If you dare to dream and want to explore the brand amplification of Cloudcast, a national leader in local podcasting and other Winfluence strategies, please visit us at cloudcast.us.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media, listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, nation's longest running community podcast, now in our 18th year. We're here with some really neat folks from the Princess Project San Diego, Karen Martin-Spellerberg, corporate board president and San Diego chair for the Princess Project San Diego, and Sharon Wilson, the treasurer, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union in this really nice studios here in Scripps Ranch. And Mission Fed, as everybody knows, just does great things throughout this entire community and been doing it for more than 6 decades. So we were talking about, I'm learning a lot about this, the price of prom dresses, very good, the accessories that go with it and all that aspect of it. Talk a little bit about the teen outreach team that you folks have.
Oh, absolutely. And again, thank you so much for having us today.
It's my honor. It's my honor, absolutely.
So we have a teen outreach team at the Princess Project, and basically that team connects with all of the high schools in San Diego County and actually beyond, because again, all you need is a high school ID to come get a dress with us.
That's fantastic.
And they do that throughout the year and reach out to ASB and counselors and principals and teachers to let them know about our free prom dress giveaways that happen in the spring. And in addition to that, we have a teen ambassador program where we have teens that apply in the fall to come be part of Princess Project. We give them opportunities to do extra leadership activities and, again, be a conduit to reach out to their high schools and let teens know how awesome it is to be able to come get a free prom dress.
Right. So here's my question. What's up with the guys? They can't find a tuxedo program for the prom? Come on.
I'm just, I'm working on that too. So, yes.
There's no question you're going to be successful on that, which makes sense. Why why not? Sharon, share that story that is very heartwarming to you over the years.
Oh, sure. Thank you. So the first year that I volunteered was a year I was volunteering for just a standard group of teens that came in. Every year, Friends of Scott would have their prom, and that was not this shopping day. It was just a standard day. And I helped a young lady who was going through cancer treatment at the time. And because she was affiliated with Friends of Scott, she was photographed, their prom was photographed for our Facebook page. So I was able to see her in her dress, how beautiful she was and how happy she was. And I was hooked.
Yeah, well, and there's probably many of those stories, down the road, and that experience you give for those teens that now get a prom dress and now are very proud of it. I mean, everything that goes with it, the self-esteem. But what we talk about all the time on this show now for 18 years, it's just not that teen. It's that teen's siblings, it's that teen's family, that teen's aunts, uncles, pets, for that matter, that are all geeked up because of this. And because as you've built that confidence in with this teen, okay, for whatever things they were short on, and that aspect of it is just, it's a life-changing deal, and you guys know that. What can our listeners do to support your efforts? I'll start with you on that, Karen.
Okay, well, first, one, boosting the signal about Princess Project and what we're doing in the community. Our dress giveaway appointments are actually opening up this upcoming.
Okay.
Yeah, they're opening up soon. And if you check our website, so sharing just our mission and what we're doing so we can have as many teens come get a dress with us. And then also volunteers. We would love to have people come and volunteer with us. We're a fun, positive group of people. And, we appreciate that. And again, dress donations at our local sites, drop-off sites. And then also, we really appreciate monetary donations as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, Sharon. You talked about accessories. Can people donate accessories, and you put them together with the right dress and all that?
Absolutely.
Okay, right. So that's necklaces, anything that would go with any type of a prom dress. How about shoes?
Absolutely.
How about
No,
shoes?
we don't do shoes.
Don't do shoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we do not do shoes.
Any reason why you don't do shoes? Because I'm trying to add more work to your schedule.
So shoes kind of have a tendency to be damaged a lot quicker and easier than what a dress is.
Okay.
Well, and also if they've been used before, just on a
health
stand,
stand.
on a health stand. However, if someone reaches out and says, "Hey, I've got these brand new shoes, never worn before," normally, they might email us, and so we will take them on occasion, but we don't actively have them dropped off
Gotcha.
At our donation locations.
Right, because that's if I've learned anything listening to my female friends, shoes are very important to the accessory aspect of it. That's the understatement of the world. And some can be a little pricey as well in this area. Karen, where do you guys go from here? Is the goal to get as many prom dresses and really get the schools, as Sharon was saying, that you have more dresses than people are taking you up on? Is that correct?
Oh, well, actually, so one of the things that we are doing is we're just growing year by year. And and one of the things is, so we've got our main dress store location at Mission Valley Mall for giveaways. But then in addition to that, we've got pop-up prom giveaways with library partners. And so I am all about collecting more dresses because we are getting them out. We don't want to hold on to them.
Right.
So anyway, yes.
So is the goal, and then prom season starts in April? Depends on the school?
It depends on the school and county, but around late March and throughout April into May, and also in some in June. So
right, it's some in June. Okay, very, very good. And so then things are heating up now. So you got to be ready for this.
Yes,
of course, it's a year-round thing that you're collecting these with question on this. So here's a fashion question for you folks. I'll start with you on this, Sharon. Have the prom dresses changed since 2009? I mean, do they look different? Or, no, that's pretty much a prom dress. Tuxedos that really haven't changed that much,
They have changed throughout the years, and that's why we have criteria of, we would like the dress to be somewhat
current.
Correct. Thanks. Good word. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I'm saying that is if you live long enough like me, 2,000 years, you can see things. Bell bottoms will come back 75 times in my lifetime, probably, whatever, hip huggers and all that business. Will some of the prom dresses that were popular in fashion in 2009, are they coming back in 2024? Or that's not a wide enough span yet?
That's a tough question.
I'm pretending I'm a fashion guy. I'm not sure what the heck people who are going to listen to this, what are you talking about?
We do have prom dresses that we specifically consider vintage, and that, there are people who are actually looking for something that's a little bit more vintage and a little bit more less than current, and we do have that for them, yes.
Yeah, Karen?
Yeah, I was just going to agree and say we've got a little something for everybody. We've got a lot of vintage that we save, though, again, our criteria, we do want the dresses to be, almost new or new or in wearable condition.
Right.
But this past year, it was sort of a funny thing because of the Barbie movie. We had a ton of requests for pink dresses. And then Wednesday, at the Wednesday Addams show, we had teens asking for black goth dresses, so a little bit of something and everything, short and long. We've got something for everybody. So we really try and be mindful of all of the current styles.
Right. So when someone comes in, whether it's a pop-up or whatever, and the dress is perfect, but it needs to be altered, do you do that too? Or that's on the family that gets that dress?
We do have... So though we have tailors that repair dresses, most of the time the teens will take a dress. If there is a slight alteration, we try and provide some fabric or ribbon, if someone wants a strap on the dress. But normally the teen, we do recommend the teen take the dress to someone who will be able to make that slight alteration. So.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was talking to some of my Mission Fed colleagues before the show here, and they go, we're going to get involved in this here, and pulling some of their prom dresses that they've had in the closet for a while. And I guess, I got to think about this. Did I have a tuxedo back in the day? Of course I didn't. What am I talking about? But we rented them, and then you had to return them and all that business. But I guess if that makes sense, you're not going to get rid of your prom dress. You're going to want to keep that for sentimental reasons or pass it on to whomever else, in the family in this area. That's just a great aspect of it. Well, what is your goal this year? How many prom dresses are you looking at?
Our goal this year is to give away 2,500 throughout San Diego County, yeah.
Okay, so 2,500, and that'll keep on growing every single year, right?
That's what we want to do. That's our goal.
To 100,000. Okay, that's good. Maybe we'll get you back on this. Any final comments, Sharon?
Just please come to our website if you have any kind of questions, if you want to donate dresses, if you want to help us financially. For students that want to make appointments, please go to our website and set up your appointments there. We can take teen volunteers for next year's giveaway, so they can start that for next year, because that's a great program to help these teens get some leadership skills. And also, we are on Instagram. We're at Princess Project _SD. Is that the term? _SD. So we'll be posting a lot of things there for everybody to view this year.
And that's great. Karen, any comments?
No, I just ditto to everything Sharon said. And one thing I did want to mention was that we are, it's a 100% volunteer-run nonprofit, and volunteers are the heartbeat of our community. And it's just a wonderful thing to be able to give back. Like I said, we're a really positive, fun bunch that we just care about making kids feel great about themselves, and also helping the environment, helping to recycle, upcycle, and, save some money for families. So if you'd like to come volunteer with us, we'd love to have you join us, either for Dress Store Org Days or, our dress giveaways. And, thank you so much for having us today. It's, this nonprofit fills my soul. So
that's wonderful. What's the website?
princessprojectsd.org.
Well, wishing you nothing but great success. I'm sure we're going to have you back on after prom season to see how the results went. So Sharon can say you went to 2,700 dresses this year.
Yes, that would be great.
And that aspect of it. And maybe think about this. When we have you back on, to recap what you did, bring in someone that got a prom dress. Or a couple of them, and they can talk about what their experience was. How's that sound?
Yes,
good.
that absolutely sounds wonderful. So
We will absolutely make that happen. Thank you so much. Karen Martin-Spellerberg, she's the corporate board president and San Diego chair for the Princess Project San Diego, joined by her colleague, treasurer Sharon Wilson. I'm Drew Schlosberg. As you've been listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, the nation's longest running community podcast, now in our 18th year, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union for 6 decades, to continue to do spectacular things for us folk who live in San Diego County. We hope you enjoyed the show.
You've been listening to an episode of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego community. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
Cloudcast Media.